Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tee, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy. Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Debbie Stratton and Avery Trower. Of course, you can see, right away, the crown, the tiara, right? What do you call it?
A crown.
A crown, okay. All right, so a crown, Miss Avery is Miss Teen Hannibal, correct?
Yes, Miss Hannibal's teen.
Miss Hannibal's teen. Okay, I knew I was going to screw that up. And Debbie, you are the executive director of the Miss Hannibal organization, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so can you give me a little bit of information? I'll get back to you in just a minute, Avery, because I'm really I'm intrigued by the whole process of this, and I want to get your experience. But before we go into that, can you give me a little information about the Miss Hannibal organization and kind of what the overall mission is?
Of course. The Miss Hannibal organization is a preliminary to the Miss Missouri competition, which then goes on to the Miss America competition. We're on a 5-year hiatus, but we're back, and we're really excited to take our girls to Miss Missouri. So in June, we have 6 title holders that we're going to be taking to Miss Missouri, and we're hoping that one of them will walk away as Miss Missouri.
Absolutely. So after that hiatus, you came back because there's a purpose that, a lot of people see the pageant as, of course, you get to showcase your talent, your beauty, which I know isn't really a part of it, but you are beautiful, so I have to mention it, right? But you have a bigger purpose than that, which is what?
We certainly do. Really, our goal is to award these young ladies scholarship opportunities. We also work a lot on community service and developing their professional skills that will take them through their careers.
Absolutely, absolutely. So multifaceted, a multitude of reasons to want to be in Miss Hannibal, Miss Missouri, and hopefully Miss America, right?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, right. That's the ultimate goal. So walk me through kind of your experience of being Miss Hannibal and looking forward to Miss Missouri, what your hopes are.
I'm originally from Palmyra, so I've always been through all the Hannibal things, and partly Hannibal because I live really close to it.
Sure.
But I've gone to all of the things that they have there, and I just have experienced it firsthand, and I'm very lucky to get that experience.
Sure.
And I feel like I am one of the best representatives as I can be for Miss Hannibal.
Sure.
Just making sure that I represent a great town at Miss Missouri.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do you remember how many contestants, because you just got crowned in November,
Yes.
right? So relatively new. How many contestants were you up against when you did this? Do you know?
I think there probably were 10 in her category. We actually have 2 categories. There's the Miss category, which is for young ladies who are 18 through 27.
Okay.
And then her age group is 13 through 18.
Okay.
So I believe there were 10 in each category.
Gotcha. Which is, that's a pretty good number to go against.
There's
And
a lot of
did you know a lot of
amazing
these girls since it's a smaller community?
I've been friends with a couple of them.
Okay.
And also, just mainly most of them have been new to this organization.
Yeah.
So just being that helping hand that they really need to experience Miss Hannibal, or even hopefully in the future Miss Missouri Week, has just been a great experience to just be a mom to all those girls.
Yeah.
So just tell them to relax, just trust themselves, and just do the best they can possibly be.
Yeah, be confident, right?
Yes.
So now, when you're going through Miss Hannibal, what does that look like? Do you have to do, so you ask a question and you answer the question, or you talk about your volunteer initiatives, or what's that look like?
We have an interview that starts early in the morning.
Okay.
They just changed it to, I believe, 9 or 8 minutes. So it's a 9 to 8 minute interview.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it goes by really fast.
Good.
I'm a very talkative person,
Sure.
so I can talk for hours
Yeah.
if they want me to. But they just ask me questions about my service initiative, how I would be the best representative for Miss Hannibal or Miss Missouri's teen, and just me as an overall person.
Yeah.
So I just try to really shine through those interviews and hopefully get on the good sides of the judges,
Right.
and hopefully make it to getting that title.
Absolutely. Show them what you got. Well, evidently it worked. So what is your service initiative?
Mine is Don't Dim Your Sparkle. Sorry,
Okay.
excuse me. But I advocate for ADHD and anxiety and bullying awareness.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, and depression when I was 7.
Okay.
So I have gone through anything that you can experience with those mental health disorders. I have tried to show as many kids as possible to show them that they're not alone and that there's other people going through the same things that they are, and just making sure that they don't go through those same experiences. So I go to elementary schools, talk about it, and I also have something called a fidget kit, which is a bunch of fidgets and a little drawstring bag that hopefully make them do better in school and just be a better overall person.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, so how old are you, if you don't mind?
I'm 16.
Okay, at 16, we won't even talk about what I was doing, but it definitely was that. But I applaud you. I mean, not only is it incredible to get involved in this organization, but to have your eyes on maybe some larger problems maybe in society, because it's very prevalent, right?
Yes.
ADHD, depression, all that. Kudos to you for stepping
so
up and
much.
helping those kiddos. Now, coming in June is Miss Missouri. So what does that look like for you as the teen going into that? Is there another category in that?
They compete in 5 different phases.
Yes.
There's evening gown competition, there's a fitness competition, on-stage question, of course the interview, which she mentioned before, and talent.
Okay.
Talent's the best
What's
one.
your talent?
I'm a singer.
All right. I was
She's an
going to guess
excellent
that.
singer.
Okay, I was going to guess that.
Yeah, I'm not a dancer. We're
No. Well, I'm neither, but I do both. So yeah, it's well, good. I'll have to tune it. So is there somewhere that you can see these pageants? Are they broadcast live at all, or maybe not live? But
we actually just switched to Pageant Vision. You
Okay.
will have to purchase a subscription, or there might be free on finals night.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys can tune in and
I would love
watch
to.
on finals. Fingers crossed that
Yes.
top 10. But yeah, you can watch it however you want. Stay updated on our social media.
Okay.
We know Miss Debbie's 100% going to be posting every single minute.
Yes.
I'm
So
all
just
about
to-
promoting these
Yes.
guys.
Yes,
So
heck
follow us on
yes.
Facebook and Instagram at Miss Hannibal Organization.
Miss Hannibal Organization. All right. Well, we'll all be rooting for you in June, and no matter where it takes you, you've done amazing things so far. So congratulations, and
you
of
so
course, good luck with everything. Thank you for bringing this back. I know our community. Not only is it good for them, as they go through their life, but also scholarships, of course, right? Yeah. So congratulations and good luck. You definitely are shining here at this table, so I have no doubt you're going to shine on that stage.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thanks so much, Avery. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, I sit down with Don O'Brien and we talk scams. Stay tuned.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-437-5255. 430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
And welcome back. Now it's time for Scams with DOB, the prom king.
More royalty on the day show.
What do you think about that, man? So tell me more about this prom king biz.
1989, Galesburg High School.
Ooh, 1900s.
It's around this time of year. I'm on my, 25, 11, 36 years? Jeez Louise.
Oh, it goes quick, doesn't it?
All the way back in the 1900s.
Yeah, gosh, man, gross, 1900s. Anyway, all right, back to business. Scams. We are talking about, of course, summer is here, right? Summer vacations are coming up. Everybody's going to be traveling. And I think traveling can be, it's a process. Planning.
And we're always trying to save money, aren't we?
Yes.
And we're trying to cut corners.
Yes. I'm in the process of this right now.
Okay.
I'm planning a vacation for our family.
So, do you care sharing where you're going to?
Yeah, Tennessee. And
Okay.
luckily my aunt has a vacation club or timeshare, whatever you call it. So, which is
Like
another
Gatlinburg,
point.
that's where you're going to?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you wanted to go Gatlinburg vacations. Just do a general search for that. That's where you run into problems.
Yes.
You want to be very pointed with your searches. When people just do those vague searches, they can get railroaded into what they think is a legitimate travel site, when in fact it's not.
Right.
We see a lot of times where people will try to, they try to save money, and there's nothing wrong with that. I try to save
Smart
money
thing to
every
do.
day.
Yeah.
But they sometimes run into hotel sites that aren't legitimate, airline sites that aren't legitimate. You name it, there are people lurking in the weeds.
Yeah, and especially when you're looking at places that are kind of touristy, like I consider Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, there are a lot of websites that, let's say you want to do a certain attraction or a restaurant and you Google it. There are certain things that even these organizations that buy these sponsored ads that aren't legit businesses. So then you go in and make a reservation, you pay for your spot, and then you realize that it's not legit.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of those. What I've been doing, and I don't know, so I guess I'm going to ask you if this is kind of, a step in the right direction. When I find a website, because I'm not familiar with this area, I go to either, like my ChatGPT or my Google, and I say, is this website legit? And it will bring up reviews. It will bring up the length of time that the website has been there, or the Facebook page, or whatever it is. So just trying to take it kind of offline and not immediately trust that what I'm seeing is legit.
Correct. And so you're doing that. There's a website called whois.com. You can do whois. You can see how old that website is.
Okay.
So if all of a sudden you come up to this, like, we've been booking vacations for 45 years, and the website's like 2 months old.
Yeah.
That's going to
Red flag.
That's going to be a red flag.
Yeah.
So you're doing the right things. You really need to do your research. These can be very costly scams. Not only that, but it can also be emotionally damaging if you get there and you've got no place to stay. We've heard that with people before. So
Right.
You've got to find those legitimate websites. I mean, if I'm gonna go to wherever and stay at a Marriott hotel or Hyatt or wherever it is, I'm just gonna go to that website. I'm not gonna try to go. Nothing wrong with going to another vendor.
Sure.
But unless it's something you can trust and you've used before,
Right.
You might run into problems.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are taking it upon themselves to plan these vacations. I mean, I took it upon myself to plan this one because it is a domestic vacation. But if I'm going internationally, especially, or somewhere that I've really don't have any experience with, or I don't have anybody to ask about, the destination, I will go to a travel agent.
Travel agents are good. We obviously have a lot of those listed at bbb.org. You can see what experiences people have had with them, and that's good too. Another thing, I've done this interview a couple times on this topic, and one of the hosts was like, "What about Disney? Is that Disney would be a good one too, because there's so many layers to that." So again, you need to do your research. Also, read if you're going to do, let's say you're going to do like a vacation rental rather than a hotel. You need to read the contract.
Yep.
If you're going to go on one of those vacation rental websites, make sure you read the reviews. It's kind of hard for folks to fudge the reviews on those.
Right.
But if you go to one that has like no reviews or one review or whatever that might be, that's where you can run into
Be
problems.
cautious.
So, my rule of thumb, I've used both of the major ones, and I go at least 10 reviews on each one before
for
I
sure.
go somewhere. And obviously, the more reviews they have, the more likely I am to rent from them. So, a couple things to keep in mind. You think about travel insurance. In case something happens, you never know when something's going to pop up.
Right.
Again, you need that was big during COVID because you never know that you might get, you're going on Friday and you get COVID on Tuesday or whatever that might be. Not that that's gone away, but there are certain things that that travel insurance will cover and won't cover. So make sure you read the fine print on those types of things. Same thing with any contract you get if you're going to go to one of those vacation rental spots that I talked about before. There's some. I don't know, I want to say if the fees are hidden, but there are fees inside of there that you may not realize, like cleaning fees, any kind of restocking fees if you've used materials that are at that place.
Yep.
So, just be aware of it. And, the last thing you want to have, you get excited about going somewhere, and then you get taken advantage of before you even get there or when you get there. So you got to go in with eyes wide open.
Absolutely. And one more thing I want to add on to that, because especially when you're going to these touristy destinations, they have all these attractions, and there are some sites that you can kind of bundle and save, which is a good idea if you can work that out and make sure it's legit. But also it says you can cancel before this date, but just know a lot of those websites you can cancel, but it's a credit back to an account on that website, so you have to go back through and
know what the refund policy is. You might not get that money back. You might get that in quote-unquote store credit or company credit or whatever that might be.
So some kind of voucher.
Yeah, so it's a fun time. It's a time where we all look forward to going somewhere else, but we don't want you to be taken advantage of, because this is one of the travel scams, or one of the most risky scams we see at BVB.
Yeah.
Especially for older people. They might go somewhere and may go to a timeshare facility, and they might take a tour. They may be sold something. Just know that you do have something. The FTC's cooling off rule does apply there. So if you go to Gatlinburg with the family and you're going down the road and said, hey, come on in and
we get sucked
listen.
in.
Yes, try. Just again, use your brain and not your feelings.
I'm so mean to those people.
I know, they're just trying to. Actually, they're just trying to get it.
I know, but I'm
earn a
so
living.
mean, because I'm like, quick, get out of here. Because I'm very trusting and I'm very easily swayed. So I'm like, I got to be mean, or they're definitely going to.
Yeah, you'll see the people who just sit behind the counter with all kinds of pamphlets in front of them.
Yeah.
Just know that if you do go into one of those things, and that let's say you sign something and you have buyer's remorse that night, it's 3 business days you have to rescind that contract. So it's not as all lost.
Where do they go?
Just don't say, oh, we'll take care of that when we get back home.
No, do it within 3 days, and I would say even 24 hours. Where do they go for that?
So you can, let's say you kind of sign a contract with someone. You don't want to have that contract, and you have to rescind it in writing.
Okay.
Send it to the headquarters of that location.
Okay.
All that information should be in the packet they give you, but you want to send it in writing. And again, the 3 business days, you want to send that. I would do it like registered mail or certified mail,
okay.
so that way they have to sign for it on their end.
Sure.
And some people will say, well, what happens if they don't get it within 3 days? Well, it's when you
postmarked.
Postmarked,
Yeah.
yes. Postmarked by
Gotcha.
that time.
And then if they have questions, they can always call DOB at
Call
the
me,
BVB.
217-209-3972. And we've got a ton of information about vacation travel tips and things to avoid at bvb.org.
Yeah, perfect. And I will say that planning this vacation, all of these things were like in the back of my head, like, what would DOB think?
I'm glad,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm learning. It's
Good.
taken a while. I'm kind of stubborn when it
Let's
comes to
go.
that stuff, but hey, man.
right.
All right. Well, there you go. If you're planning travel this summer, be cautious. We don't want to ruin a good time with the fam. And if you have any questions, reach out to DOB, the Prom King.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. I think that does it for today. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club Muddy.